I'm going to show you some great little mince pies to end your Christmas dinner. We've got some beautiful puff pastry. We're going to roll it out and line into these little muffin cases, and then we're going to put in the bottom a little bit of mince meat and some beautiful frangipane almond paste over the top, and then we're going to bake them in the oven for about 10 minutes. So we've got the puff pastry, which we've bought. I wouldn't bother wasting your time making puff pastry. So what we're going to do is lay it down on the table. Using a little bit of self-raising flour, we're going to start to roll the pastry out gently so we get to approximately about the thickness of a pound coin. So keep moving the pastry, and it's really, really important not to keep flipping the pastry over from one side to the next. So keep it moving at all times. Keep it with a little bit of flour underneath, and try and have even pressure on both sides of the rolling pin as you're rolling the pastry out. Now we've got the puff pastry to the correct thickness, we're going to start to cut it out using a little cutter. So press down gently with the cutter to remove these really nice little discs, and then we're going to place these into our little muffin trays to make some small mince pies. So now we've got the pastry into the cases, I'm going to place them in the fridge to rest, and then we're going to get the frangipane mix ready and made to put in the middle. So the next step of making the mince pies is to show you how to make the frangipane. We've got some really nice softened butter. We're going to place that into the bowl. We're going to add some sugar, and we're going to cream this together using a spoon. So if you were really lazy, you could do this on a machine if you so wished, just to burn a few calories off. But we're going to start to work the butter and the sugar together until it goes really nice and soft in your bowl. Okay? So now we've softened the butter and sugar nicely, we're going to incorporate 2 eggs into the mixture. So we'll crack the 2 eggs into a little container, one-handed or two-handed, entirely up to you. No shells, really important. Give them a little mix with a fork, and then we're going to incorporate the eggs into the eggs and the sugar. So just place in a little bit at a time, mix in the eggs into the sugar and the butter. And make sure you give that a good vigorous mix to make sure that the eggs gradually go into the butter and the sugar. So once half of your eggs are in with the butter and sugar, take yourself your ground almonds and just place in 2 nice spoonfuls of the almond mixture into the eggs, and that will just bind it together quite happily. And then just finish off by putting in the remaining eggs. So lemon zest to go in, okay, and then the remainder of your almonds towards the end. So we take the tart cases out of the fridge, we're going to gently prick them with a fork just to stop the pastry from rising when we start to bake them in a moment. And then we're going to place in a little touch of mincemeat, and then we're going to finish it with the frangipane topping. So I've got the frangipane here, it's ready to go into our piping bag. If you didn't have a piping bag, you could just put it happily into a sandwich bag and then cut the corner off as a nice little trick. So we've got this beautiful mincemeat here with some really nice sultanas in. I'm going to place a small amount in the bottom of each tart case like so, and then we're going to finish off by piping some of the beautiful frangipane over the top. To finish our beautiful little mince pies, we're going to add in the frangipane on top of the mince, pipe it using a piping bag just around the edges, and that's going to be placed into the oven and cooked for approximately 15 minutes. So now we've finished the little mince pies, we're going to place them into the oven, 200 degrees, and we're going to bake them for 15 minutes. So the mince pies have been in the oven for 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the bigger ones, and they're now perfectly golden brown. So if I take them out of the oven, you can see we've got a wonderful golden brown topping to them, and we're just going to finish them with a little bit of icing sugar over the top, just to give it that little Christmas finish. And there we have it, our frangipane mince pies, perfect with a coffee for Christmas dinner at the end of the day.